Right, recording is started. Closed captioning deployed. Ready for liftoff. Kim, when you are.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to our adjunct faculty welcome meeting. Our theme today is looking forward. We have a few speakers to start with before we go into our breakout sessions. My name is Kimberly Boge. I'm the one of the two adjunct faculty reps for Phoenix College. And you'll be meeting me and Joe a little bit later as well. We have a lot of great sessions tonight for those of you who have signed up for the different ones. So hopefully you all get some interesting information out of this. Halise will be giving some information on the structure of this in terms of taking the breakout session tonight and then following up with other things during the week. But we want to get things started with our new interim president for Phoenix College, Dr. Klein Namuo. He's going to say a few words to all of you, and for those of you who haven't met him yet, he has been just a joy to work with. So I hope you all enjoy his words. Dr. Namuo, if you'd like to take it over.
Oh, thanks, Kim. Checks in the mail. Checks in the mail. And I should have worn that tie so I could match my picture. Well, first of all, hi. I hope everyone's doing great. Thanks for joining us today. Just as a show of hands, I don't know if I can see everyone, but that's okay. How many of you worked all day and are here after long days of work? Maybe just a digital hand. How about that? I see Kim's hand. Oh, there you go. The adjunct life, am I right? Exactly. Thank you for all of that. A lot of hands, a lot of thumbs. So let me just say, the adjunct in me is very jealous of all of you. As I look through the adjunct welcome lobby and resource page and all the support you have, the adjunct in me is definitely jealous. I hope you all feel very supported here. You know, you've got leaders around you who really get it, right? Many of whom have been adjuncts themselves. I know what it's like to work all day, to have a family, and to teach at night and on the weekends. I taught for the community college system in Hawaii and in San Diego, all the while balancing life and work and family and responsibilities. So I know what it's like to struggle to find time to prepare your lessons. I know what it's like trying to print 25 copies of your syllabus to the company printer without anyone catching you. We understand the sacrifice you make to teach here at PC. So on behalf of a very grateful college, we appreciate you. And I'm here to thank you. Now, just again, as another show of hands, just because I'm curious, and this connects loosely to my next message, but just as a show of hands, how many of you are new adjuncts to PC? Either a thumbs up or a hand would be great. Okay. So we've got a few new adjuncts here. I've got a couple of messages, and this is for all of you, not just new adjuncts, but especially the new adjuncts. Phoenix College is and should continue to be a place where mediocrity goes to die. PC is and should continue to be an incubator for extraordinary things, a place where exceptional individuals thrive. And this may sound a little harsh, but if you're not willing to be extraordinary, then PC might not be the most comfortable place for you. However, if you're interested in excellence, and if you're interested in designing and providing extraordinary, immersive learning experiences for our students, then this just might be the place for you. Ultimately, that challenge and how you approach it is going to be a very personal undertaking. But know that here at PC, we're committed to you. We're committed to providing you with all the resources and supports you need to be extraordinary. This fall, we'll be creating spaces for the incubation I've described, and I hope you'll participate. Adjunct faculty are critical to what we do. And my hope is that you feel that here at PC. I hope you feel valued. And if you're interested in converting that feeling to action, then please reach out to Kim or Joe, because there will be opportunities for you to serve PC beyond the classroom. So Joe's a part of a group that's designing a formal shared governance structure here at PC. That initiative is kind of a big deal. So please be sure to ask him. And if Julie Hampton is here, Julie's your other adjunct rep. Be sure to ask either of them about that initiative. I want to leave you with a final thought. One final thought. Compassion. The thought is compassion. Similar to the message I started with, that many of your leaders, myself included, understand the plight of adjunct faculty. We understand that you're people before you're adjuncts. You're professionals. You might work during the day and teach at night or on the weekends. That your mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, all before your adjunct faculty. Our students are people before they're students. Let them know that you understand that CIS 105, English 102, Bio 201 and 202, Chem 130, whatever the class may be, might not be the center of their universe. That you realize that they have lives, that they have responsibilities outside of your class, that you recognize they are people before they're students. And by doing that, right, by doing that, you'll be honoring their choice to be here at PC. So before I disconnect, I want to take the time to thank those who made this event possible. To Jenny and Halise, thank you. To Jim, to Kim and Joe, thank you so much for your leadership of our adjunct faculty. And thanks to the leaders on the call, to the VPs, Heather, Kimberly, Paul DeRose, to Paul Ross on the call, to Deans Nelson and Reyes. I want to say, have an amazing semester. Have an incredible year, and I wish you all the very best. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Klein. Appreciate your good words about things. And I also want to let everybody know Dr. Namuo is wonderfully accessible to speak with, and all adjuncts should take the opportunity to get to know him and introduce yourself if you see him around campus. And he is an ally for all of us. So thank you again. We're going to move on now to Dr. Kimberly Britt. She is our new Vice President of Academic Affairs. And I've gotten to know her a little bit as we've been working on one of our summer committees, and she has a wicked sense of humor and incredible knowledge about things, and you guys are going to love meeting her. So Dr. Britt, if you would like to step up for a minute and give a few words to our audience.
Thank you, Kim. I feel like I should tell a joke, and I don't seem to have any. Thank you for allowing me to be here tonight. And I want to say to the adjuncts, thank you for what you do, what you bring to our students, and what time our students spend in the classroom with faculty is the most important time of their college experience. What we know about our students is that's where they spend the most amount of time. And the connection that they make to faculty impacts their success like nothing else during their college experience. And for that reason and that reason alone, you are the most important asset that Phoenix College has, because you make the difference. And tonight I want to talk about that difference and how that impacts our students. What many of you who've taken the time to read my biography know is that I was a kid that was not destined to make it. And it was a lot of faculty, some college administrators and coaches who made a difference. They helped me to see something in myself that I never ever saw. They helped me imagine something that I didn't think I would become, and that was a college graduate. What I can assure you is that there is no student who will show up here in a week or so with the idea that they're going to fail. Every single student who will enter your classroom is coming in with the hope of succeeding. And it is up to me and it's up to you and everybody else who works at Phoenix College to help them to realize, to place within them that nugget of hope and inspiration that they too, just like me, a little snot-nosed foster kid, some few years ago, that they too can make it, that they too can be successful. And so what I want to talk about tonight is, after 16 years in the classroom, 3 of those as an adjunct, what can we do to help them to visualize that success component? What we know is they do have to do some work. They have to do what you outline on that syllabus. They've got to do the readings. They have to do the homework. But what we also know is that for all the students who walk across the stage, the average GPA sits around about 3.2. And for the students who don't walk across the stage at Phoenix College, that average GPA hovers just around 3.0. Now, what that means is the students who leave aren't leaving because they cannot do the work. They're leaving because life happened, or either they failed to see themselves as completers. And so what I'm urging to you tonight, the big ask is for us to work together to help them to visualize that success, to help them remember that when they showed up on the first day, that they didn't show up with the idea that they would fail, but that they showed up with the idea that I'm going to finish this and I'm going to walk across that stage and I'm going to shake Dr. Namuo's hand and he is going to hand me my diploma. That we don't let them give up on that dream. And that is why you are our greatest asset, because you know what that feels like. You're here because you did that. And so as we seek to inspire our students who are coming and attending college in what is one of the most challenging times, when many of them have lost loved ones, when they fear a virus that is just outside of our doors, that we dig a little deeper and we talk about that compassion that Dr. Namuo just referenced, that we extend to them compassion and just a few extra words of encouragement. And we work with them every day and inspire within them the greatness that we see, that they may not see themselves. Our students are first-gen students. They don't always have those champions at home who know what it takes to get through the journey that is college. And so my plea to you is don't let them give up on themselves. And if we do that, in addition to bringing that extraordinary expertise that adjuncts have, because you're out there in the field day in and day out, your skills are not rusty. You know what it takes to be successful in the workplace. So help our students to see that finish line. And that's my big ask. I'm new here at Phoenix College, so I'm still learning, but I am here for you and all of our faculty. My door is open. It is a revolving door of people in and out, but anytime that you want to come in, please come in, reach out to me, and I'll be here to help and support you in any way that I can. I am happy to be a part of Phoenix College. I have not met a more extraordinary and talented group of people ever in my professional life, and I look forward to the journey ahead. Our fall is starting out a little different than we hoped as we continue to battle this COVID virus, but I will tell you that we seek to get back to a normal as quickly as we can. I look forward to meeting you in person, virtually, and otherwise. Thank you for what you do for us, and thank you for what you're going to do for our students. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Britt. Appreciate your words to everybody and the inspiration that you're bringing tonight. Next on our list of people to introduce you to is Dr. Heather Cruzy. And whoops, there we go. She is our interim vice president of student affairs, and she brings a lot to the party here. So Dr. Cruzy, if you would like to speak up here, thank you.
Thank you so much. So I want to echo some of what I've heard already, which is a big thank you to all of our adjuncts. It was fun to see some of your faces pop up on the screen, some faces we haven't seen in quite a while. And I was hoping, like all of you, that maybe this would be a little bit different format by now, August 2021, but here we find ourselves. So, a couple of key points that I want to share with you is that we're here. Student affairs are here for you. We are here for our students. As many of you may recall, last year, if you taught for us last year, our student affairs teams came back August of 2020. And when we asked for volunteers, they raised their hands because they knew that that was what our students needed to help them navigate all of the processes that they must to get to your classroom. So we know that this continues to be a difficult time, and we're more accessible than ever. So if you have questions that maybe a student has come to you with about financial aid or about advising or veterans or whatever that might be, it's very easy for you to connect with us. And one way in particular that works really well is chat. We've never done as much chat communication as we have in this past year. And you don't have to know who to go to. You don't have to know where to go. All you need to do is to log on to that live chat link on our Phoenix College homepage, and it will get you to the area that you need, and then we'll kind of take it from there. So, we've talked a lot about the compassion for our students. Students are saying a lot to us in the choices that they're making about their enrollment, about the modality of their enrollment. They're answering surveys, and they're telling us that they really are looking forward to, as we all are, to reconnecting in person. And so they're also telling us that they're struggling, and we continue to find new ways to partner with new agencies, to gather additional resources, to be in service to our students for all of the other difficulties that they may be encountering. So also, I want to direct your attention to the homepage. We still have that need help link up in the very, very top banner. That is the best way that you can connect students directly to resources, be it transportation, emergency financial assistance, whatever that might be, food, housing. So we need you to help us connect students to all of those amazing resources that we have at our fingertips, that we just need to connect the dots and connect our students to those resources. So we appreciate your continued support on that. I also wanted to talk just a little bit about our culture. You heard a little bit about this already, but we've been working really hard to create a culture of care, right? And with that is also the ability for any member of our college community to communicate with us concerns that you have, questions that you have, issues that you're struggling with. Another part of the role that I play on campus is responding to some of the less fun aspects related to complaints that come in, or Title IX issues or discrimination issues, things of that nature, and know that I'm a resource to you for any of those questions that you may have. We don't do robust training always with our adjuncts on all the various processes, if it's a student conduct issue or anything like that at all. So just know that I am available to you, and I'm a resource for any of those questions that you may have. And lastly, what's new? So the last couple of years, we've been doing pathways updates for you, the work of guided pathways, which is really about a total redesign of our college experience to improve students' positive outcomes and improve their persistence, improve their completion. So there's sort of a loose connect, but we have something rather large rolling out this fall called Financial Aid Course Applicability. And really what this means for you is, if you hear students who may be having difficulty navigating financial aid processes, or they may have gotten a communication that a class counts or doesn't count for financial aid purposes, You don't have to know any of the minutia, any of the details around that. But basically what course applicability does is it helps us determine for students the classes that they're taking and what counts toward the degree or the certificate or degree that they've told us they're seeking. So it may be that they changed their major and they just didn't let us know. So it looks like the classes that they're taking may not count toward that major. It may just mean that we need to update their major in the system. Or it could be that they have taken all their electives and they've added this additional course, but they've already checked all those boxes and they didn't need this additional humanities or social behavioral or science or whatever it might be. So we want to connect with students to make sure that they're on track, to make sure that they are using their time and their money wisely, and that we get them to the finish line. And that's really what course applicability is all about. We want to speed up students' time to completion. So one more stat I'll share with you tonight. It is the average credit accumulation that the average PC graduate has. So at the time they graduate, how many credits have they earned? So we all know the associate degree is 60 to 64 credits, right? The average Phoenix College student earns 91 credits at their time of graduation. So that is 30 more credits than they technically need, right, for their degree. That's why we're doing course applicability. We need to help students ensure that they can change their mind, right? But they should know then what that means in terms of time to completion, time to actually graduate with that credential that they've been seeking. And we know we can do a better job at that. So you may hear a little bit about that. You may hear something from students about that. Send them our way. We want to meet with them one-on-one and help them figure it out. And we extend that same opportunity to all of you as well. So please connect with us. Know that you might be the reason that a student gives up, as you already heard mentioned, and says, this is just too hard. I don't know how to do this. I don't know what to do about my financial aid or whatever it is. You might be that reason that connects them to the resource that they need and helps them kind of stay on track and stay motivated to persist. So a while ago, we coined the phrase, just save two. Elise remembers this, and it always sticks with me. If every single one of us saves two students from stopping out or leaving us, imagine what that would mean for our students at Phoenix College. So that's my charge to you is to save at least two students. We want to keep them all. And if we all do that, I believe wholeheartedly that through the shared responsibility of all of us, that we could make that happen. And we could keep 90% of our students. That would be amazing. So thank you again also for all that you do. Thank you for spending the time with us this evening. I know you've got some fantastic breakout sessions coming, but before that, I think you've got a couple more speakers. So please reach out and look forward to hopefully seeing you sometime again back on campus.
Thank you, Dr. Cruzy. You have the most committed attitude of anyone I know about making sure that people succeed. And I appreciate your words for bringing that to everybody else. Let's see, I think next up we have Paul DeRose, if we can get his information. He is the Vice President of Administrative Services, and he's going to speak to you for a few minutes as well. Dr. or Mr. DeRose, rather. Paul.
Great, thank you, Kim. Good evening, everyone. Echoing everyone very briefly, thank you for everything you do for our students. I can relate to you all holding a full-time job, or many of you anyway, were holding a full-time job, but also serving as an adjunct. I've done that work for over 10 years in the business department at Phoenix College, so I truly appreciate and can relate to all you do to help our students succeed. So thank you again. I have three quick things for you this evening. As we approach the fall semester and we begin to increase our in-person services and have a little more classes in person on campus, I know not all of you are going to be teaching in person this semester, but I do want to let you all know, especially those that will be, that our campus and our facilities are ready for everyone. They're ready for your return. The well-being of our employees, our students, our visitors has always been of paramount importance to us. We've implemented several safety protocols. We have enhanced cleaning and disinfecting procedures that actually exceed the standard CDC guidelines that are out there, the recommendations that they've made. We go above and beyond that and do a little bit more with our disinfecting protocols that are in place. And so we clean throughout the day several times. We clean all areas of the campus, such as lobbies and stairwells and restrooms, just naming a couple of examples. So you'll see our employees walking around and cleaning and disinfecting throughout the day if you are on campus. We also have disinfecting kits available for all employees. We refer to them as supply caddies. Not sure if you heard about those or know about them, but if you don't, they are available to all employees, again, who are here on campus. The caddies include disinfecting supplies, so you can care for your workspaces throughout the day and as you wish. To obtain one of those caddies, just contact our operations department. We also have an online work order system through operations called School Dude. And you could log into School Dude and request your supply caddy at any point. We also have 50% capacity guidelines in place, as well as a 3-foot or 3 feet social distancing requirement to assist with keeping our area safe while providing some added measures for all of you who utilize our in-person spaces. So I do also want to let you know that face coverings at this point are not being required. However, we highly recommend them, of course, especially inside the indoor spaces on our campus, but it's not required. And if that changes, we'll definitely send out communication to the campus and you all will be included in that communication. We'll continue to monitor the state and county metrics and continue to communicate as things progress. So while the campus is ready for your return, I also want to do a quick shout out to employees who remained on campus throughout the pandemic. We had a lot of teachers, whether they were residential or adjuncts, who were on campus, especially in our workforce programs throughout this past year. Departments such as our dental, our nursing, our interior design, our EMT fire science, they've been on campus teaching our students throughout this pandemic, ensuring they get the hands-on experience inside the classroom. Some non-faculty departments, such as our operations team, our college police, ITS, they've been in person as well, ensuring business continuity. So thank you to all those who continued to stay on campus. And again, to those who are returning, whether it's full-time or part-time, to provide the in-person services. I want to touch on real briefly our budget. Our budget for this fiscal year is balanced. We did experience a 1% base budget reduction, and it was all 10 colleges who experienced this 1% across the board reduction. And in a nutshell, it was to help offset the loss in revenue that we experienced last fiscal year due to the pandemic and the loss of our enrollment or the decline in enrollment. And so a significant amount of work went into adjusting our budgets by 1%. And so the good news there is not only did we weather that storm and we have a balanced budget, but we did so without any reductions in our force. Our employees are always going to remain a top priority for us with our annual budget allocations, and we'll continue to overcome any kind of financial challenges in other ways. And then finally, a quick fun or interesting fact. Folks usually like to hear about our renovation projects. And since the campus has been closed, we've been utilizing this opportunity to continue our renovations from year to year. And our latest and greatest is a complete renovation of the A building. And for those who may not know, the A building is on our southwest part of the campus towards the main parking lot. It houses 2 main departments. Our mathematics department and our liberal arts department are housed in Building A. And the construction phase is near completion. It will be completed by the end of August. And we're working with the faculty and staff from the A building to host classes shortly after that. But there's still, after this construction phase, a significant amount of work that still needs to be completed, such as IT installations and getting our building up to speed as it relates to our IT standards. But we hope to unveil the building later this semester, do a ceremony as well for the grand opening. So stay tuned for further communication on that. And if you have the opportunity, if you're on campus this semester, go ahead and take a stroll through the building and check it out. It's beautiful, and I think you'll be very proud of it. It's definitely a staple there in our PC community now. And so thank you again for the work that you do for our students. I wish you all a very successful fall semester and continue to please assist our students in reaching their goals, and please be safe out there. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate your words and your information about things. And yes, we've been able to make the most of the pandemic with some of the renovation things. That has been the one thing that has been a positive thing moving forward. We actually have another Paul now coming up to speak. We always talk about the Pauls and the Kims. We have lots of us on campus here, or at least in the people that get together to meet about things that are important. So now we have Paul Ross, and he is the Associate Vice President, Chief Information Officer. Paul, if you would take the stage now.
No worries. Well, good day, everybody. I'm happy to be here. It's great to be back in this format and seeing more people, whether it's virtually or in person. So I joined PC in November of 2019, just a few months before the pandemic. And so I've operated mostly in different formats for the last year and a half, but so have you. And everyone's adapted extremely well with everything that has happened over the last 12 to 18 months. And before Dr. Cruzy mentioned the chat service that Student Services and Student Affairs are using, you can also contact us via the chat service as well. Our PC IT department is accessible, highly accessible, and our help desk has been open throughout this period of time, and it is staffed remotely, but also staffed in person. So if you need in-person services, we're here in the D building. We're highly accessible, and feel free to come and find us. But I'm hoping that over the next few months, over the next year, that I'll catch up with many of you in person, virtually, or even on LinkedIn, because I know so many of you utilize those tools. So a few things that I want to share with you this evening, and I'll also drop in a host of links into the chat because, you know, it's impossible to talk about all the IT services in just a few minutes, but I want to highlight a few things for you. One is that our instructor stations are very much a uniform display across the campus. They have a redesigned touchscreen interface with just a few updates, but those touchscreens are the same across the campus. So they're very easy to navigate, very easy to use. So you can expect that uniformity there. We've also been updating some classrooms. We have 12 classrooms that's actually, sorry, 14, I should update my number. Dual mode classrooms where you can actually teach in person and have students remote as well at the same time. So it's called Live Online, but we actually have 12 classrooms outfitted with specialized microphones and PTZ video cameras. So you can actually have students in front of you and also students remote. We're also going to be adding what we call solstice pods to classrooms. Right now, we've only got a few added, but eventually there'll be like 100 that we're rolling out. And those let you become wireless to the front of the room. So if you have a laptop and you want to be able to connect wirelessly to the display, then the Solstice Pod will let you do that. And it works across different devices as well. So stay tuned, more information to come on that as we progressively roll that out. Last year, we also put phones in all the classrooms. Yes, we have phones in every classroom. And those are the traditional phones that are on the wall or close to the instructor station. They're in the rooms, but we do have phones in the classroom to reach emergency services, our college police, as well as IT, but those phones are accessible to you. Another service that we released last year is called Close to Home. Close to Home gives you and the students the ability to access on-campus physical devices and the specialized software from home through your MEID, through an internet browser. It's very straightforward, provided I will drop a link into some more information about Close to Home. But what it lets you and students do is to be able to access our services, our resources after regular hours, but also during hours too, for rooms that are available at the time. But that means that a student who's at home working on a Windows device, and if they need access to a Macintosh, sorry, there's an old word right there, an Apple environment, then they can access an Apple environment. If they're on a Chromebook, they can access a Windows environment. So it's really flexible. We were the first college to roll it out in Maricopa, and now about 4 or 5 other colleges are replicating what we've done. We also have services available for students too. And so Grammarly is just one of them. Grammarly is a great tool out there. Now, some English professors might not necessarily agree, but it's a good tool. It's just one of those tools available to students here at PC. And there's other tools available as well, available to our students, but also to faculty and staff. So I want to leave you with one thing, and that is, if you need assistance, please contact us. Let us know how we can help you. Engage us. We are here to serve. And if we are unable to find the right person to put you in contact with, guess what? We'll do what we need to find that right person and get the services that we are so needing to make sure that you're successful and our students are successful. So you can get us on call, email, chat, but please reach out to us. A lot of us have actually worn the adjunct hat. We've actually been on faculty, and so we're able to understand and also bring technology to bear. But let us know how we can help you, because we really do want you to be successful. And you will see us around. We are generally on site till about 6 p.m. in the evening, but also providing remote services as well. So feel free, reach out to us. We're here to help you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. I've been introducing everybody else all evening, and now I would like to take a couple minutes and introduce myself and my co-adjunct representative. We are the Adjunct Faculty Association reps for Phoenix College. There is an AFA, Adjunct Faculty Association, that the district, or that covers the entire district, and every college has 2 representatives. We are basically the facilitators for the adjunct faculty. We can help you with issues that you may have regarding a question about practices, theories, ideas, how to get your voice heard, how to get involved in different things. We'll go and we're actually going to be doing a breakout session, and we'll talk a little more about that for anybody who sits in on that. To give you my background, I work in the art department, and I teach art marketing and portfolio. And I've been at Phoenix College since 2009, and have really enjoyed it and never really thought about getting involved as much. I've always gone to the faculty convocations. And in the last year, I made the commitment to serve the college. I thought I've gotten so much from it, I should give something back. And I have to tell you, it is one of the most interesting things that I've been involved with. I love getting to know how the college works, how we can be of service, how we can help with different things, and even just learning about the policy behind the scenes of how choices and decisions are made, and the consensus that goes into giving everybody the best chance here on campus. I'd also like to now introduce Joe Drosendahl. He's my co-rep, and I'll let him tell you a little bit about himself as well.
Yeah, I'm Joe. I'm a geologist. I got my master's degree in geology from ASU, and I've been in Arizona since 1979. So I don't know if that makes me a resident yet. I'm not sure. But I grew up back in Western New York, outside of Buffalo. So I went from ultra cold to ultra hot. I like ultra cold better than ultra hot. Why am I still here? Well, one of those reasons is actually teaching at Phoenix College. I actually love it. I've actually been teaching at community colleges since 1993, Scottsdale and also Chandler Gilbert. I also worked for 22 years at the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality, cleaning up groundwater contamination. And I was so lucky to start working at Phoenix College in, I think, 2010 or 2011. And of all the campuses I've been on or taught on, Phoenix College is the best of all of them. It just has this feel to it. And I joined the Adjunct Faculty Association this last January. So I'm a newbie in that. I'm still kind of getting my feet under that. But if you have any questions, let me know or let Kim know. But I'm glad to be here.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, I will echo Joe's words. Teaching at Phoenix College has been a real interesting experience and a really positive one. And when I hear about some of the other issues that the other colleges are dealing with, we have a college that is really committed to its adjuncts and gives us a voice. And it's a real important thing for you guys to get involved when you have the opportunity and to reach out to get to know the people on campus. Sometimes there's a lot going on in your life where you can't necessarily give the time to being part of the school. But when you do reach out and start to get involved, you'll find that there's an amazing group of people here supporting you and a wonderful opportunity to make a difference. So from that, I need to introduce a couple of more people, and then I'm going to turn things over to Halise to give us the information about our breakout sessions. I don't know if we have Maria and Wilbert here today. Do we have Maria Reyes and we have Wilbert Nelson. They are both deans for Phoenix College. I don't know if either of them are here and would like to say a word or two. I don't think Maria's here. Wilbert, are you in the crowd tonight? Perhaps not. All right. They are also people that you need to know. They are supporting all of us. And so if you see them on campus, please reach out, introduce yourself, get to know the people that can help you here. So from that, Halise, would you like to give the information about how we'll be running our breakout sessions?
Yes. So if you could go ahead. Fantastic. Okay, so you're going to be moved to your selected breakout session. There are a few of you who didn't have an opportunity to select. So you'll remain in the main room and that's where you'll stay in purgatory. No, you won't. What you'll do is you will talk to me and you will tell me where you want to go and I will help move you to that location. I was frantically trying to pay attention at the same time, putting everyone in their respective breakout rooms, which is always really interesting. And so I think I got you to the right place, but I've set it up so that you can leave. You're not locked into the space, so you can leave. You can come back to the main room, and then I can reassign you as needed to the correct pre-selected space. And what else should I tell you? I am so excited about the breakouts and so grateful to those who decided to play and present this evening. So I'm really excited for you to have an opportunity. I know some of you probably wanted to go to everything. And so I've asked the presenters to share their presentations with me. And those will get posted in the resource that will be shared with you at the completion of the event. You'll get an email with that. At the end of the breakout session, so that goes to approximately 7:20. At the end of the breakout session, I'm going to bring you back to the main session because there are some wrap-up items that are really critical for me to tell you about, like the opportunities over the next couple of days for you to attend even more sessions as sort of an, call it an adjunct welcome event extension program, right? So you'll be able to do that as well. So make sure that you do indeed come back. I'll give you the information about that. And then we'll be done for the evening. Everybody is with us. Okay, fantastic. Well, welcome back. I hope that you had a wonderful time in your sessions. Your attendance has been tracked this evening, so I know who's here. So you don't need to worry about that. So you're being watched. So I have that information. There is a survey that you need to complete in order to receive your compensation for the evening. You also, and I'm going to go ahead and just put that actually in the chat for you right now so you have it. Give me just a second. I had it queued up and then I turned away. All right. Copy link. I'm also going to send it to you via email. So don't worry if you don't have enough time to grab it from the chat. But I will also send it in email tomorrow morning. But that is the survey there that you need to complete by Friday, August 27th. But wait, there is more. We have a week of activities that actually begin tomorrow, August 10th through the 20th. It's actually really more than a week that you may attend any of the sessions during that week for an additional 2 hours of compensation. There is a sign up available, and you can get that sign up actually on this page. I'm going to put it inside of the chat. I will also send it to you via email. And this is the actual link to that form to sign up for those sessions. I'm going to put this right in there for you.
Elise, I think we are having some technical difficulties. People are having trouble hearing.
Is everyone having trouble hearing, or is just one individual? What you might want to do is go ahead and leave or re-enter, or you can go to your more options, check your video, and then change it over. You might want to try either of those options if you're unable to hear at this point.
Thank you.
Yep. So in the chat are the link to the survey that's due on August 27th. There is also the link to the optionally awesome, but we hope you join us August 10th through 20th sessions. And like I said, you can get an additional 2 hours of compensation for attending those sessions. That also includes some asynchronous options. Jenny, if you could move ahead for me. This is just a sample of some of the sessions that will be offered, but I wanted to just highlight the ones that are going to be in the evening because I know many of you work during the day. So these are some of the ones that are going to be in the evening, but there's also asynchronous sessions, which basically are sign up for it, do it on your own over the course of those 10 days. And so those are also available to you as well. So we encourage you to do that. So lots of different options and lots of flexible options for you. All right. And then the Center for Teaching and Learning. I know many of you, and I've known many of you for years. You've been attending this event and frequenting our workshops. And I'm so appreciative of each and every one of you. And if you're new and are not familiar with the Center for Teaching and Learning, we are your biggest fan and greatest support, along with Joe and Kim and Jenny. We really want to encourage you to reach out to us. So this event is in part facilitated and made possible by the Center for Teaching and Learning, and all the workshops that are going to be offered over the next couple of weeks are part of our programming. We also offer Canvas support and a variety of other things for you, including one-on-one consultations and any of the subjects that you heard tonight. So we strongly encourage you to reach out to us, and we look forward to working with you over the course of this semester, the next semester, over the course of your career as a Phoenix College Bear. And then finally, there is a just-in-time training course for you. Again, I'll put that in the email that I send out to you. It has a lot of resources, and I mean a lot, it's like really, really overwhelming, but it's really what we call a just-in-time training resource, which is when you have a question, it's a good place to go to find an answer. As well as the Center for Teaching and Learning, your department chair, your AFA reps. We're all here to support you. If you have questions, always feel free to reach out and ask. And thank you again for all that you do. And tonight's theme, if you didn't notice, is looking forward. And I was really looking forward to this evening very much, to seeing all of you tonight. I was so excited to see so many people register. We know these are difficult times. We know that it's different to be in this environment. We so appreciate you staying with this welcome event each and every semester. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on campus again someday. Just so you know, the CTL will be available on campus. One of us will be available each day of the week. So if you do need to stop by and use our adjunct faculty offices, you can let us know. We will be around, so we're making that transition back to face-to-face. If you have any questions or concerns, again, feel free to reach out. It's Halise. I'm the only Halise in the system, and that starts with an H. So thank you again so much for your attendance this evening, and we look forward to another wonderful semester. Kim, Jenny, Joe, is there anything that you would like to share?
I was just going to put in the chat, thank you to all the adjuncts that showed up tonight. We really appreciate you guys getting involved. And the more you get involved, the more we can make it a better situation for all adjuncts. I mean, get your voice heard, get your knowledge, and we all want to support you however we can.
Well, awesome all. I'm going to stop the recording and you are free to go. Have a lovely evening and thanks again so much. Thank you for being with Phoenix College. We really appreciate you and everything that you do for the community.